All right, what's going on, everyone? Got another review here for I Love Boosters. Just saw it last night. Did like a 10:30 screening, so got home a little bit late. But it's written and directed by Boots Riley of Sorry to Bother You fame, and lesser known the show I Am a Virgo, which I really liked. I never saw Sorry to Bother You. If you've seen any of his work, you kind of know what to expect going in, even though it does take it to a whole nother level. Like I was thinking, this is Boots Riley turned up to 11 because by the end there's just so much crazy stuff going on and so many ideas he throws at you. It kind of gets a little crazy, a little bit messy. I feel like some of the ideas he throws out there kind of takes away from the story that he was telling, and he kind of just wanted to throw all this stuff at you, all these ideas he had. But it was still a fun experience to watch it all play out. Also, I think the movie was probably like 15 minutes too long. It could have maybe been shortened a little bit, edited at some places, but overall, I enjoyed it. And it stars Kiki Palmer, Naomi Ackie, Taylor Page, Lakeith Stanfield, Demi Moore, Will Poulter, Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle's in it for like maybe like 10 minutes. Isaac Gonzalez is in it as well. So yeah, it's got a pretty stacked cast, and I think the cast itself helps with the enjoyability of the movie, because I feel like if it was kind of like a bunch of actors you don't really know, I feel like a lot of the stuff would come off maybe a little cringe. I don't know. That might just be me. Kiki Palmer plays Corvette, and she's a member of this crew, and they are boosters, which is like people who steal clothes from like high end stores and then resell them like at a discount, like on the street or whatever, like out of a car or something. And Demi Moore is like this fashion tycoon, like high level CEO, and she owns all these stores across. She owns like hundreds of stores across the country, and I think even like across the world. And so these are all the stores that they're hitting. And also, Kiki Palmer's character is also like a fan of hers in a way. There was like a clothing contest that she wanted to submit a design to, but ended up not doing it because she was worried her designs would be too weird. And I think in the trailer they also show that Kiki Palmer's character finds out that one of her design was basically stolen. That's kind of the setup for the movie, and then it just escalates from there. Just turns into utter chaos. The performances were all good. There wasn't really much. There wasn't much put into like the dynamic of the crew. You can tell that they're friends because obviously they're like one friend group that does all the boosting. But also, I feel like it doesn't go for more than that. Like there are scenes like towards the end where it's like the emotional, like letting out your emotions and talking about the way that maybe they treat each other and about certain things. But I feel like it's not really earned. Most of the movie again is just based around these ideas that Boots Riley had, taking the boosters idea, the anti-capitalism maximalist stuff that he likes to do, and it just mainly focuses on that. And the characters, the cast is great, so you'll enjoy watching them, but they're not really as in depth as you might want. It is hard to talk about things without kind of spoiling it, because there is a lot of crazy stuff that happens, and I don't really want to spoil it because I feel like it is still worth seeing in the theater, experiencing it for yourself. The music is also good, so that just makes it even better for like an in theater experience. But also, I feel like if you waited to watch it on streaming, it probably wouldn't be that bad. If you got like a good surround sound system or whatever. And yeah, I will say, if you don't like Boots Riley's other work, his other two properties that he's done, Sorry to Bother You or I'm a Virgo, you are not gonna like this movie, like guaranteed. It's just one of those things where it's got his flavor all over it. Some points maybe a little too much. It could have been reined back just again to develop more of the characters. But again, if you like the other two things he's done, you're probably gonna really enjoy this movie. There was a lot of practical effects, which I really enjoyed. Towards the end, there was like a stop motion scene, well, like stop motion slash live action combo, and it actually worked really well. It looked pretty good. The costumes are really great, as you've probably seen from the trailer. A lot of the costume swaps they do throughout the movie, and I'm like, man, there must have been a lot of time spent before shooting just changing into all these different costumes, because I feel like towards the end there was a scene where like all the main characters probably change costumes like every like 30 seconds. Like there's just so much going on. So I feel like they might get an Oscar nom for the costume designs, and I feel like they should. Also, like the set design was really good. A lot of practical stuff, which I enjoy. Visual effects are good, but I feel like when you can nail the practical, it makes this world feel more lived in. And considering the other worlds he's created, it's just nonsense. So all the crazy stuff he brings in, you're like, oh, I guess that makes sense that it would be happening in this world. And Lakeith Stanfield is in it. He's not in it for that much, but he's just such a good actor that this insane character he has to play, he pulls off. And again, I feel like if it was like anyone else or anyone not up to his level of like acting capability, it would just come off as cringe or just kind of just weird. But again, he just uses his charm and his ability to just make this character feel real, even though there is like a point where he brings up something about himself and you're just like, that's insane, but you're so good, it's like, who cares? It's just that good. And Demi Moore, she was good. She's kind of just like a generic CEO billionaire evil type. She like lives in this building that's like crooked, so it's like everyone who walks in is like sliding around the floor and everything's like, it's just weird. Her character kind of reminded me of Walton Goggins' character in I'm a Virgo, who's also like a rich billionaire CEO person. And she was fine. Not anything, again, not anything game changing, not anything to write home about. You could tell she was having fun with this role, especially after doing something depressing like The Substance. But yeah, overall, I think most of the stuff worked for me. Other than some of the times where it leans into more of the craziness than like the characters, and also the movie runs on a little bit too long for me. But I think overall, again, if you like Boots Riley, you're gonna probably love this movie, or at least enjoy it a lot. I do think it's worth seeing in the theater just to see hear the score, and then you see the set design and all the stuff that he comes up with. But also, again, it'll probably be a really good stream watch as well. And yeah, I think I'd probably give this movie like a 7 out of 10. I was weighing on maybe like a 6 out of 10 last night, but after thinking about it more, I was like, I did enjoy it. Again, towards the end, I was kind of like, okay, let's kind of wrap this up. But for the most part, I thought it was inventive. The themes are very current, and it does feel a little heavy-handed sometimes. But again, that's just the kind of movie Boots Riley was looking to make, I think. I'd say check it out if you're a fan of him. And yeah, so yeah, let me know down below. Have you seen I Love Boosters? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Hit the like button, subscribe. Peace.